live.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good.
Anyway, come on in.
So, you could go to the ProNitrous page and share it, and then people will know. Hopefully, we get. Yeah, hopefully we get a bunch of good convo like last time. God dang, we had a bunch of good people in Charles. What's happening, Mr. Rick? Wyatt Frazier. What's up, sir? Drew Brown. What's happening?
Is that Drew Brown?
Y'all be able to watch it too on your phone. See people fucking people comment.
Oh, yeah. They usually do have a delay. Even with the mic, it had a delay. Yeah.
7 people. What's up, everybody? Well,
You're good. I can hear myself talking.
yeah, nice. Welcome to Wednesday. Oh, dude, that's.
I wonder if they can hear me right here. Yeah.
Oh.
I said we could maybe back it up just a hair, because you can barely get.
I just turned it a little bit.
You can barely see Barrett.
Yeah, I just turned it a little bit. Yeah, we're good.
I'll just speak a little louder. There you go. Yeah.
Can you hear?
Yeah, we'll just speak a little louder. Yeah, it is what it is. We would have a mic, but Zuckerberg doesn't want it. Yeah.
Should I slide this way?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can. You just gotta keep the phone close. Daniel Chris, what's happening, sir? Oh yeah. David Mason.
Oh yeah, this will be pointy right here.
That's how it's going to be.
Yeah, you'll have that.
What's up, sir? How you doing? I saw your GTO up for sale recently on Turbo Bullet.
James?
Yeah, the blue one.
Oh, Andrew put it up for sale?
Yeah. Twin turbo, single turbo, something like that. All I know is.
I think it was twin.
All I know is.
Make sure that they do see the Mullet Brothers logo.
Oh yeah.
Daniel told me when he first built it that he drove it to Raleigh and back. I was like, oh, dude, you gotta.
Forrest, thank you again for tuning in.
So a couple of weeks on the tape. Wins for real.
Yeah.
It's like that. We'll say that Austin Power. Twins. Yeah.
Mullet Brothers. That's what the banner is. The Mullet Brothers. Yeah. What's new about that?
Dude, that's legit. That needs to be on a t-shirt.
Should
Hey Forrest, can you hear me? I'll speak up a little bit. We'll have to use our outdoor voices for talking
Indoor,
about
outdoor.
Indoor, outdoor.
We don't want
That needs to be a t-shirt. Like, for
Is
real.
it not like beautiful?
T-shirt and hats. Like a patch on a hat.
Oh, that'd be a cool patch.
Yeah.
Give them the story about that, how that came about. Okay, so a friend of mine reached out to us. He and his family own a shop in Charlotte area, in Concord area. They do wraps. And he said, I've got the perfect thing. He's out of the blue, just called me. He said, you and your brother are going to be the super mullet twins. My graphic designer is already on top of it. can we use you guys for inspiration? We're like, yeah, sure, why not? So we
Inspiration.
So we had
Thank you.
and now we became the Super Mullet Brothers.
Forrest said he can't hear you guys. Speak
Alright.
up.
Can't hear us. Can't hear the mullet man at all. Can you hear me now?
How about now?
Might have to flip it.
I was going to say, do we just need to
We'll just flip it.
Much more better. That's what I'm talking about.
We just
Hang
talk
on.
like that
Oh,
now.
if we flip it, it'll be wider, too.
Nah, we'll be good.
All right. Say good. Anybody can see on here, not sure.
Squeeze in a little bit tighter.
Oh, we're good.
See up there. Sticker.
Yeah.
That
Make
is
sure they-
Super Mullet Brothers sticker.
There's mullets everywhere.
Mullets everywhere. Definitely the coolest thing ever.
Everybody likes a good mullet.
Oh, yeah.
2021 is the summer of the mullet. And
Yes.
we all know that. I don't know what you guys are doing over here with your crew cuts and your buzz cuts.
See.
And,
It gets hot.
yeah.
It's like,
Well,
well, and then COVID hit. Couldn't get a haircut. I went to
so
Walmart.
you get it long, and then it gets
Well-
hot, so you cut the top off, and now boom, now you're happy. I mean, I figured this out. It keeps my hair in my face when I'm working. You know?
And it brushes your shoulders.
Yeah.
You
Woo.
see, I
Keeps your
went
neck
to-
from getting burned in the summertime.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
a
yeah.
lovely feature.
What's up, Jared? Darren? How y'all doing?
I had to go to Walmart.
Gabriel?
Bought some clippers, and they were out of clippers. So I went to that Sally place.
Nobody else can get their shit cut.
Yeah, they had
Conversation
clippers,
mark.
and she was like, "Good thing you came here because our other store, Taylor's, is out." It's like, Jesus.
You gotta get horse trimmers.
Yeah, I mean, that way.
You gotta get
So
horse
I was
cutters.
just like-
Yeah, go to
All right.
Supply.
So I cut my own hair now.
We'll talk as loud as humanly possible. What's up, Darren? All right, so
Facebook group, good join that.
All right.
Perfect for really bad work.
So this week, switching it up, it's not LS related or drag racing related specifically, but it is in the sense that a lot of their customers are also automotive enthusiasts in the area. Two brothers, Moody Blue Designs, and I will let them kind of tell you about their business and what they do, and then we'll get into all the fun topics that no one knows about.
Ooh, crazy. So we're a vehicle wrap shop in Greer, South Carolina. We started 2016 and have just kind of slowly progressed into, mostly we were starting around the custom car scene, color change wraps, that kind of style, but getting our feet wet in the commercial industry has been really nice and helped us grow as a business. And that's kind of what we really push towards right now, but we still feel our roots here in the color change. Right now I got a Jeep behind us that's getting a full satin gray, dark gray wrap, and it's gonna be really sharp. Yeah.
Mr. Corbin.
So-
Yeah. We just did this car.
Oh man, we did parts on this
Yeah,
car.
it looked good.
Yeah, I spoke to him earlier tonight actually.
That's cool.
Via text.
So tell everybody about how it got started. Like, what made you want to get into doing vehicle wraps? Like, did you do one for yourself? Did it?
Initially, it started with stickers. So we were making, I was working at a sign shop right out of college, and they had a vinyl machine, and I was just making stickers for myself and for him. And, we were goofing around making some stuff for our trucks, cool little 4x4 logos, posted them up on a truck forum, and from there, people were like, oh, those are kind of cool. Can I get a set? And can I get a set? So I started making some here on the side. Led to buying an actual plotter where we were cutting them ourselves, and this was back in 2012. Kind of did that for a little while and just got to the point where
At night, weekends,
I would get too busy, so I called him. Then that led to just more bigger things, working out of the garage, doing wraps in the garage until the point where it was just, it's either work 40 hours a week and come do this at night, or do this 40 hours a week and keep doing it at night. So that's what we did.
So y'all both had legit other like corporate jobs.
he was a corporate graphic designer, and I was doing real estate mortgage loans.
Both have been, our careers for about 5 years at this point.
It was a little bit easier for me to step away from that, seeing that it was a commission-based job anyways. And I had, I had a little bit of a cushion of closings coming in behind, so it gave me an opportunity to come and help kind of get his shit straight because he didn't really have a pipeline per se. So
Yeah.
I had to come in and kind of show him how to manage
It's all internet sales.
Yeah.
how to manage his customers and
Okay.
manage his money because he was spending his money on dumb shit. He wasn't selling anything for his profits other than like being bougie, which is cool. Whatever, we're all like that.
Mhm.
But I hope we kind of structured as a business, and then I was just tired of dealing with people. Didn't realize I was going to deal with people again.
Yeah.
But yeah, so exactly. He does deal with people. But at the end of the day, it's like I'd rather be doing this during the day and not writing loans at night,
Yeah.
as opposed to writing loans in the day and doing this at night. It's like I'll just do this all
You
the
know,
time.
if you do it right now, if you were still in the real estate stuff, writing loans,
Probably not as busy as we are here, to be honest with you.
you know, if you were trying to do it at night,
Oh yeah, screw that.
you would never,
Day and night.
yeah, you never make both of them work right now.
Well, I didn't enjoy it enough to even want to do it at night. So at least this, I'm okay with staying late.
This was more of a hobby before it was. A
Yeah.
career. That's why it's it's really cool to justify
Which did help
play
us.
with cars and vinyl all day. Stickers
It
all
helped
day.
us on a quality standard because we were already nitpicking other people's work and
Mhm.
other people's, meaning at the time was sign shops. There
Yeah.
wasn't a rap business
Mhm.
here in the upstate at all, really.
It was based off of sign shops.
Based out of sign shops
Sign
and
shops.
installers and contractors. And we were able to come in and take a detail-oriented thing and kind of shove it under them and be like, hey, now y'all gotta try to stick to this. And some of them really, honestly, still don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
And that's more subjective than not, because some of them very much do, but there's still another level of detail that we were able to take by coming in as color change guys into a commercial world, which is great because now our commercial show is awesome.
Yeah.
But we're able to use the adverse too to save time by learning what we can do quicker on a commercial job and applying it to this, and still being top notch quality either way.
Yeah.
So,
So when you say commercial, you're talking about school buses and trucks, you're talking
yeah.
about buildings.
Both.
yeah, interior walls, storefronts, we've done
Interior schools,
yeah, we've done
gymnasiums.
Really?
school buses,
School buses.
gymnasium and school bus for the same school.
So what do you
No,
do in the
man.
gym?
They just put their logo,
Okay.
just on different walls, and then we did, lettering up above the locker rooms, like men's locker, things like that, and then it's like that with a full wrap on the bus, had the window perforations, and that thing stuck out. It was in here, and it stuck out 10 or 15
They can't see it
feet.
here, but
I know what
Yeah.
y'all can. Stuck out 10
It's a 40-foot shop, by the way, 40-foot in length.
15 feet outside the front of the shop with the door open to wrap the bus in 3 days
Yeah.
with 3 people.
Nice.
And then the bus becomes a linen, and now they're working on another one, and we're gonna do the exact same thing again.
Oh, just like mechanical lemon?
Yeah,
this is
nothing
not
else.
Yeah, nothing. So we just get wrapped on the bus.
Hey,
line.
that's
We
all
already
right.
got the design. Hopefully they buy the same bus. We don't have to do anything.
We did it 3 days last time, we did it 2 this time.
Yeah.
But you like a template software or something you use? Or you
I
just do it
use
all by hand?
Adobe Illustrator, and I template it all myself. We take our own measurements and we template everything exactly how it needs to be printed for install to make install time a lot quicker.
So you know, like for the perforated windows.
Yeah, we know exactly where they need to fall, where it needs to fall in the image. So when it comes down to who's installing it, they can line up the graphic, lay what they need to lay, and then come back afterwards, stick the window piece on, just like you said.
It's all about precise measurements at the end of the day. Can't really take measure, this job has nothing to do for you.
So where did the name come from?
That's a good question.
So that goes back down to the whole doing it as a hobby. We're on the truck forum.
Yeah.
I made some stickers for him. I sent them to another guy. I don't know if he's watching, Charles Slacks. He was probably my first customer, I would say. He contacted me on the forum and said, hey, I want to set decals like that, but I wanted to say it was something to do with a King Ranch pickup. And so it was the same kind of font, same kind of style, and he wanted them gold instead of black.
Yeah.
And so I made those, and he or somebody else, between like the 2 or 3 that I made, started a page within that, a thread within that forum that said, show off here my, my name on the forum was Moody Blue at the time, because of the truck was blue.
Yeah.
So that was kind of what I named the truck. And so they said, show off your Moody Blue decals. And I was like, oh, that kind of sounds cool.
Yeah.
So I made an Instagram, Moody Blue decals. And that just evolved into designs, so we didn't have to limit ourselves to just stickers.
Yeah.
That's also kind of where I came into, scoot up a little bit that way.
Yeah,
You make these stickers?
Yeah, we did all that. That's all.
We do all the V8 muscle stickers too.
Yep.
We printed stickers, plotted stickers.
But yeah, that's about the time when I came in, I guess. Once you were, he he was decals, and I was like, you got more to offer than just decals, you know. So my big thing was like, you're doing graphic design for one. You're trying to offer some vehicle wraps and things like that. So now you gotta venture out from decals, because decals, you know, in a sense, is stickers. So when you see the word decal, you think, okay, stickers.
Yeah.
You know, you see designs. There's a whole broad
It's big.
horizon there. So I saw a bigger picture, and I still see a bigger picture that we haven't quite achieved, and there's still a long time before we will achieve that goal. But it is there, and you know, we're going to take the measures to make that happen.
Yeah.
You know, whatever those measures may be.
One step at a time.
Right. Yeah. Baby steps.
So it's like stickerapp.com. Is that like competition?
No, because they do it for super cheap. But you're gonna wait like probably 4 or 5 weeks, maybe even more.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about though.
And we don't market to that clientele. We're not looking for the for the individual sticker. We want the guy that wants 1,000 stickers.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want the guy that even really wants 20 stickers. I want the guy that wants 1,000 stickers. You know, you want 1,000 stickers? Yeah, that's worth our time.
Yeah.
You know, that's worth what you have to become to be on our schedule. I guess I don't want to
So
sound
I'm just gonna get wrapped.
right. I've got to make it worth. You know, we're a wrap shop. You know, we got to make a sticker job worth a wrap, right? To make it worth our time.
Yeah.
We have regular customers that we do wraps for that get stickers periodically, though. That's an exception too.
Okay.
You
No.
put the stickers under the wrap.
We can do that. Oh yeah.
Impulse.
Yeah, I've seen that a lot recently. It looks good.
We like to do gaskets. I wish we had one laying around. We hadn't done the
Well,
gaskets.
and you know, and the cool thing about
I've
that,
seen that. I put the logo on the basket.
and not even just that. What's really cool about some of the creative things you can get into is you can do a whole pattern underneath the wrap, which is nothing even comparable to painting. You couldn't even come close to that with painting.
You could probably work out a pattern across your roof and then wrap over, and it would just kind of piece up
Right,
in there.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, or you can do
Need someone to do that. That'd be really tight, actually.
That would be cool.
yeah. I've always seen like the old low riders. They do like the lace and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
You can do like a raised lace. You
Uh-huh.
know, nobody's done that. You know, you can do like the Louis Vuitton, all that stuff. You can do it underneath. And it could be like it was almost embroidered, like it was like like a fine piece of leather or something. You know, you can do really cool and just use a super smooth, slick satin type vinyl. And you make it look like it's a piece of like jewelry, really.
So who's going to volunteer to do that?
Anyway, you can wrap the roof of yours, right? You were talking about changing up your gloss black to something different.
Yeah, but I got my mindset on something different. So
Oh.
yeah, we won't discuss that yet because I've got.
See, I'm still that redneck that wants to put a Confederate flag on the top of their car.
I know a couple guys that can handle that.
Yeah.
Well, at that point, we had to wrap it on the handles and leave. And it was,
On top of the M3.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
yeah, you remember that? Remember that
Orange, at least it's black.
Remember that orange Camaro I just showed you?
What if I give you that orange?
That's a right over.
Oh, no, I am not doing Clemson orange.
Yeah, it was red, and we wrapped the whole
Dude,
thing orange.
yeah, you showed us
Dude,
before.
we
It
had to
it was so much
We
orange.
had to take so much stuff off that car.
That was
I'll sacrifice my
The
life for
mirrors
you.
came apart in like 40 pieces, it seemed like. Oh, it was wonderful.
So, next kind of question on it. Since you're talking about how hard it was to wrap with mirrors come across.
That wasn't hard. It was just time consuming.
Right. So everyone, when they think of a vehicle wrap, they think of, hey, you're just throwing vinyl on this. And I'm sure y'all get it. Half the people that call, right? They're like, oh, but how much is it to do it? And you tell them, and they're like, oh, well, I got to pay to do it for $200. And you say, all right, cool, yeah.
Oh, I just I'll let them bounce
What's that? Yeah, but
No offense to anybody that I may have said that to.
So just tell everybody what like the detail work like in the shop right now. Every piece of this car is out. They had to take a window out.
We would take the glass out to get the door handles out.
It's a labor intensive process. I mean, yes, we all can go online and see what the material is worth. I mean, that's nothing. It's like, okay, well, why does it cost this much when I'm only paying for the material? Like, well, it's not about the material. Not only do we have to disassemble, we also have to get super hyper clean. Not quite a full team. We're not gonna cut and buff it, but I mean, we play alright. It's pretty comfortable, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right? We have to go behind everything, behind the show, under hardware that on it. We didn't take everything off those, but granted, the pieces that we did were a little more in depth than what they should be, but it is what it is for every job. It comes down to there's a lot of time in prep and post. Sticking the vinyl on that's the easiest part of the job. But
Yeah, but it still takes
it
It's not gonna be done in the afternoon before a car's coffee.
Nah, that's the misconception. That's a huge misconception. Oh yeah, it's quicker and cheaper than paint. It's like, well, how much quicker and how much cheaper is it actually? It's like, let's really look into it because
Sometimes it's more expensive than paint.
yeah, it can be. Well, if this car came to us dirty, let's say we're gonna wash it outside. Once we wash it outside, now we've got water under seals. We've got things that have to be attended to more so than if it came to us already clean and dry. So if he goes, he has it washed, he brings it to us, no wax, obviously. He brings it to us already that way. We see it, it's got a good streak of clean. All right, we don't have to take it outside and wash it. We just pull it straight in. We clay bar it, we do things like that. So we put a little bit of water behind the seals, but not as much as a full wash with running water. But clay bar, you guys know, you done your own cars, it still takes time. So, you have to charge for that. You gotta charge for every screw you undo, every nut you take off, every clip you undo. And, also, it's a risk every time we take something off.
Interior panels.
Glass.
Breaking something.
I don't want to break that glass with this Jeep.
So has it been a thing, I'm not trying to yell, but I didn't sit back here.
What?
So,
Can't hear you, Greg!
has it been a thing, let's say this guy brought this Jeep in here, and he said, hey, I want the whole thing wrapped. But yet, he's got like buggy dings, door dings going down the side. Do y'all like tell these people, hey, you might want to go get those Jeep hard?
We do a walk around.
That's
We do a walk around prior to
Okay.
delivery. When they so to get on our schedule, you have to leave a 50% deposit. And when you leave a 50% deposit, which is typically done in person, we do a full walk around, we inspect, we show you everything that you need to be aware of. I see a chip, you're gonna see that through the wrap. I see a little door ding there. I see every little thing. And then
It's worse.
and things you don't catch everything. Once you start pulling the hardware off, you start catching other
You see
things.
all the
Take a picture, send the customer, hey, I need you to come look at this, or are you okay with me going over this? You may see something.
Yeah.
I can't tell you what you may see,
It
but you're
will
going to
show.
see something. It's just is what it is. I mean, you're covering up what's there, and you're covering up with a little bit thicker. So you have to think, that 2, 3 to 4 to 6 mils, depending on what you're using, is going to show every little dot. So even if it's like an indent, let's say like a rock chip, that becomes a potential air pocket. So we got to make sure that we get the air out of that for sure, so that it doesn't become a problem later. But you also have to
That's gonna look worse in the long run instead of just
Right.
a little. I mean, obviously you can see it,
you
but
have to be aware that there is still going to be a divot, I guess, for lack of a better
I can
term.
imagine.
most car bumpers.
Yeah, it doesn't just disappear.
Dude, peppered bumpers are the most fun to wrap because you get done with it and you're
Well, they
like,
look like hell afterwards. Sometimes
You're not so much to say it, but hey, at least it's all uniform color at the end.
Yeah.
Y'all would do that.
But you also,
They think Sam
yours
was-
would be, yours would definitely be. But you gotta also think about it too, we have a lift, so when we're looking at bumpers, we're looking at them in our face. A customer is looking at their bumper when it's on the ground and it's in the sun. We've got fluorescent lighting, we've got a lift, so we're looking at things really close, really detailed. When it comes down to it, at the end of the day, it's not a paint job.
Yeah.
And lucky for us, we do have a clean facility and we take care of our facility, so it's not shit under the wrap, it's just shit. Paint. And that's just that. We can only do what our play bar do, and that's what it is. So we're not gonna, like I said, we're not gonna cut and buff unless you want to pay for a full detail, and then we're gonna hire a contractor to come in the details. So we'll have details.
Send you a copy.
The rest is still-
Yeah. Not paint body guy.
Right, not detail paint correction.
Exactly.
Whatever.
Hey, I got a guy.
But everyone thinks it's cheap, and everyone thinks it's easier and cheaper than paint.
This subjective, it can be.
In
But it also
certain
works.
cases, yeah.
And it all depends on what you get, what you want, and what we can handle,
Does the color play into it, or not really?
Sometimes it does, absolutely does.
Like
Chrome colors,
Chrome.
chromes are about 2 to 3 times more. So if you're doing a $3,000 or $4,000,
I did a Chrome GTR, didn't you?
Oh yeah, that's probably one of my favorite wraps to date, just because of how wild that thing
Dude,
was.
that thing was sick.
Dude.
As these dudes drive around in a freaking blue chrome truck.
Yeah.
Man, that chrome GTR, man, that was wild. Like, I'm gonna get my chrome truck and drive home.
Charles Barber said mullets rule.
Woo! For you, Charles.
So we talked about it earlier when we first got here, but another thing people might not be aware of is, and I don't know if the chrome is like this, but a lot of metallic colors are
Directional.
directional.
Yeah.
So if you like if you take like wrap one panel, like on that Jeep, wrap that fender, and then just turn it and wrap the little
I'll show you how.
piece around the fender,
Process.
it'll look like two completely different colors. Well, really, it's paint too.
Well, and the thing what really plays into that is the amount of material that gets used at the end of the job. They use a lot more material on a directional job than as if you went on standard film and you just cut it off of the width. You know what I mean?
Right.
A teacher over here. This is an entire roll of vinyl here, and we have it gridded out to where each piece of the car can be cut out of that roll of film in the direction to keep it consistent without running out of film.
And this is measured in square feet. By the way, so each is just
We
square.
don't have room for error.
So that's 75
So you
foot.
got 10 square feet of
Vinyl left.
on the end of it.
And but we do that by taking.
That's how we know what we're left with in case
So
something.
exactly what we've got, and if we know we're gonna come short or we come into an issue, we can hopefully correct it. Right now we're running into material
We
and
actually
suppliers not having
thank
things.
John Duver for those measurement forms there, that top measurement form there. The bottom one is our own. If you want a copy of that, holler at ProNitrous.com.
We'll be happy to sell it.
For sale.
Yeah, we'll sell you this template.
Everything Jeff said
Maybe that keeps us
will never
straight.
help you
Keeps us
wrap
on
chrome
track of what we
again.
have in stock
Yeah.
and what's left.
Jeff,
over.
listen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not
You're right.
gonna be
No,
like
you
that,
will.
so we can get more.
He will. He will.
And Marcus
He's
said,
gonna help wrap his own bumpers this way. Jeff will.
Who's that?
Jeff.
So what has the hardest thing carved you have wrapped? Like body lines, all that, because bumpers get really crazy. Especially on like, I know like the new BMW, like the M-Cars, like,
I think it goes back to the Chrome GTR because of the film.
yeah.
Because it's like working with aluminum foil.
Okay.
Chrome is the hardest, thickest, non-conforming, stretchy film.
Yeah, it doesn't make heat. It doesn't stretch.
Yeah.
It conforms,
It-
which is a
it's-
very subjective term.
Loose.
Loose term.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah,
That's what it comes
it's
from.
that.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's gonna help wrap his own bumpers.
We got a Chrome motorcycle coming up.
So funny story.
Show up there.
He lives across the street from me, but he shows up here at the worst times, and he'll walk in like, "Hey Jeff, grab this order." He ends up saying for like 3 more hours. Hey, you busy? No, not really. That's why I was here. But well, guess what? You're busy now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Welcome to work.
Yeah, be careful who you are. If you walk in the door at the wrong time, you're liable to get put to work.
Yeah.
That's any small business.
Yeah.
Like people walk up in my shop all the time. I'll be up there with a badge. I was like, look, grab this wire on the other side. You know?
All right, it's a good way to keep people ready. Our job has its complications, but it's not hard to grab a cover and pull as hard as you can, right?
Sure, also.
Yeah.
I'll pull the covers across the damn shop, you know what I mean? This is, like, dude, pull hard, pull me across the shop. It's like, all right, now we're talking.
I feel confident in my wrapping skills to like wrap that door, but when it gets
You
into
wanna do
like
it right now, live?
I might be good, but it's not my
I got a ton of stuff. We can
But-
make this happen.
Yeah, when it gets into like
There was more people here, we would still have a
a
wrap.
C6 Corvette taillight panel,
Yeah.
I would be out. I wouldn't know what to do. You know what's on with the Ford?
You know, but that's actually easy. That's actually easy. You gotta take the lights out. That's as flat as this door.
Well, you got the
Y'all-
head ladders though, so you got your set ladders, and then you got your 2 tail light or 4 tail lights that you gotta punch against your razor.
All details, all details.
We won't ask about letters. I don't want to give away, tricks of the trade.
Too many secrets.
Tricks of the trade that keep you ahead of the
The only trade
competition.
you need to know, the only trade that you need to know of any trade is an old school 5B. Proper planning prevents piss poor performance.
Say it loud.
Repeat. Proper planning prevents piss poor performance.
That's 6.
Well, piss poor is one word.
Oh, okay. See, I
Proper
don't
planning prevents piss poor performance.
Alright. See, I don't do math. Everybody knows that.
No, you are right. I can technically say P's, but piss
There's
poor,
not involved.
Yeah.
piss poor is an adjective.
That's like-
It's an adjective. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hyphenated.
Sure.
Piss poor.
That's why I calculator on my phone. Teacher always said you want to have a calculator in your pocket.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Liars.
Gotcha.
Well, and the thing
So
about
now
that,
we
the thing
warn
about the funny thing he says that, it's like, oh, you're right, so why do you need a calculator? It's all up here. There's more, like, the wrap starts here. Like, before this car even comes in, we've already planned out the whole process.
Well,
Then
you know
once it
the
comes
problem.
in, the first thing that happens is it starts getting cleaned and stripped down, and while simultaneously, while that's going down, someone else has taken a tape measure to it, and they are measuring panels and cutting it down to how Blake showed you with the grid and the measurement form, and we go through and we plan every
That's the rest
panel
of
every now before we cut the pieces. So it'll be here sitting overnight, seals drying out after you fit right
And then tomorrow we know
and then it's a ready job for tomorrow. And you walk in the next day and you start slamming. It's labeled, it's proper, direction is marked, it's already cut, so you don't have to worry about measuring anything on there. It's labeled, you don't know where it goes. You just pick where you want to start, and I prefer to start top to bottom.
we're at the roof today.
That we don't rub against the wrap. Scratch, things like that.
Oh, yeah.
Because you don't want to scratch it. You don't want your feet, you don't want your knees, your tool by.
Certain ones probably scratch worse than others. Like, I would imagine a satin, like a gloss black.
We've hired careless installers that have granted it's trailers and things that, I hate to say it that way, but things can go out a little bit less quality, something like this, but they're wearing a tool bag, so they bump up in it and then put a big scratch. Come on, dude, you gotta be.
That's why your shirt's got the buttons covered.
Exactly right. And I'm not wearing a belt because my belt buckle.
Yeah, the only thing I ever wear in my shop is gym shorts and a t-shirt.
Yeah. Summertime around here, until we got a 3-ton unit, we were doing that a lot because it's hot in here. We had a 1-ton unit just like keeping up.
I got another damn wall suit in here, right?
It's gotta be like 64, 68.
No, it's 75 in here right now.
Feels good.
That's actually warm. We keep it about 72 in here most of the time, but we're using a different film that reacts better to a warmer temperature. So we kept it 75 today, just for quality.
The car get used to it.
Oh yeah, I know. So I'm glad you actually said something about that. So a funny thing about your backyard and your garage wrappers is when it's 30 degrees outside,
It's 30 degrees in your garage.
it's 30 degrees in the garage.
Or less.
This film works between 70 and 75 degrees. That's your ideal.
Right.
Once you get above that, it overstretches. Once you get below that, it just tears and breaks and brittle and doesn't work.
Right.
So 70, 75. So we keep it in here about 72. So in the wintertime, something in here, it stays overnight. I don't care. It's gotta be something that's a little more complex. Not just a roof wrap. Roof wrap, most of your partials even. If it touches bumpers or complex skirts, it sits in here overnight.
No matter if it's ready to drive out or not, because if they drive out and it's cold, it's rainy, icy, something, and that affects the vinyl in the corner, that's what we're under. And that's gonna be something we warranty ourselves, because that's an install thing, and back to this, it's not a material issue, so they're not gonna, the manufacturer's not gonna come back and say, oh my god, your material failed.
Right, yeah.
They're gonna say, oh my god, we installed that.
It's not that you installed it bad. It's just it may have been left in elders prematurely. It just wasn't acclimated, I guess, really. So
Same thing if it comes off a truck, a box truck, and it's 130 degrees. You probably take the wrap and just pull it and stretch it.
Easy. You pull it in here, it's still hot from being outside. You just grab it and go.
We know those FedEx and UPS trucks weren't AC,
No.
not in the back, dude. We get some of those deliveries at 6, 7 o'clock sometimes, and they've been in that truck all day.
Josh Noe said he's got a set of wheels in there.
We don't have those.
Wrongo!
Sorry.
No, I'm sorry, Josh.
Okay.
Send it somewhere else.
No, we'll do it. It just gets the mailbox warranty. So
Out the door.
when you get to the mailbox, it's expired.
Yeah. I can't imagine some of the.
Complexity of wheels is just not worth it. They get dinged by rocks, road debris, but the complexity of the time put into it also.
Bring him by, we'll put a pinstripe around it for you.
Look at your faces or something.
No, he's got double bead lines.
Ah, no.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I've seen these wheels.
Yeah.
Fancy. Powder coat. Or hydro dip if you want something, if you want like design.
Hydro dip is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Reach in that pocket, though. Just go get it.
Chris Davis is still doing hydro dip, I think, isn't he? Chris and,
I'm not sure.
Steven maybe, down here. Not working.
I don't know if they're doing
No. Yeah, no. Michael Parker moved into that shop.
Okay.
I don't know if a lot of people still doing hydro dip.
People reach out to us.
It didn't catch like they wanted it to, and it's an unfortunate thing.
It's still pretty cool.
It's really cool. No, it's really pretty cool. It just have a market because it's only custom and it's only like plastics and things that can't nowadays be wrapped. you know.
Right.
And the people used to use it for,
They
probably
probably
intake tubes and stuff. But now you buy a cold air intake with aluminum tube, it's like, oh, spray dust.
Yeah.
And shit, we wrap that motherfucker. It don't get too hot in there. We wrap air tanks and shit too, you know. That was all in the hydrogen market in, you know, your early 90s, I guess, probably really.
Well, back then, no one really knew how to wrap something that had a curve, right? And you
Right, yeah.
cut it and put squares on it.
It's still a relatively, you know, for what it is, a relatively new process for the kind of coverage that you're able to get.
Well, and the kind of consumer base is expecting that type of quality too. So now you have to take things that wasn't traditionally done, like a printed wrap wasn't traditionally treated with paint-like corners and tucking deep. It was just
Box
you know,
truck.
this is a print. If you
Put
see
a
white,
label
you
on the
see
door,
white. Yeah,
print the box.
you step back and you see your logo. But now,
Tailgates of trucks,
Yeah.
box trucks, and that was
but now you know, now we're doing custom prints on race car, not race cars, but I guess show cars and high-end drivers and things, and people expect that type of quality. So it's actually probably helped the commercial game industry wide by taking the same process that where we came.
commercially, I think it's way better than wallpaper. Like,
It's
can you imagine
awesome.
putting wallpaper up in the gym?
And the consistency of it too, like right now we have a customer that's got a bunch of box trucks. 4 of them are identical. So when it comes to printing, I only select one. And then it's just a matter of making sure they're all installed.
Yeah, y'all keep like files and everything.
Right, and that's where it goes back to setting the files up for installation to be quick. Because mine are set up to where we can lay a box run up taking measurements. It's already got straight lines that are lined up to the exact bleed mark we need. All your edges fall right where they want to.
How do box trucks wrap over the ribbons?
We've got heat and we're able to do a rolling, and you just heat that up and just.
Sorcery. That's that. No, that's actually that's easier than doing this. I promise you that. Shit.
What's your favorite thing
My favorite thing?
to wrap?
Box trucks. Box trucks and boats.
Yeah.
But
Oh, yeah.
if I had box trucks and boats all day and all week, that's all I would freaking do. This guy would have to go somewhere else. I'm sorry. And that's all I have time to do. And
Y'all wrap John boats?
We get a little
I'm gonna like bigger boats though.
Yeah.
But yes, we've done skips and
ski boats and stuff are fun.
Yeah.
We did a couple bass boats this year for a fishing team in high school. So they both had kind of match.
Yeah.
But it's also a value add, right? So like if you got a center console and you got like a 1994 white, center console, like a
Probably has some
115 on the
stripe
back.
on it. It's all
Right.
faded.
You post it on Facebook Marketplace right now, you get what, $7,000. But you put a cool ass wrap on it,
$10,000.
$10,000.
And what that cost you out of pocket? Not that much.
But it can't be as much for a boat.
That does that. He refurbs boats.
No, and it's all about.
Yeah.
When it comes to boats, it's just all about it's one big piece, So that's
Yeah, the only
right,
separator is
that's what we call it. That's what
man.
monkey. You know what I mean? It's like when you have a custom print, you have that one big giant piece print for both sides. Labor is yes, they are too much. They are tricky, and it does take the right game plan for sealing towards the bottom, make sure it doesn't fail. But yeah, well that's because we know how to do it. I'm not gonna tell you how we do it, but if I could wrap boats and box trucks, that's all it is. All day.
How about tractors or skid steers? Matt,
I want to.
Matt, there you go.
Matt, bring it on
Calm
by.
down, bro.
Matt,
I've
bring it
been
on.
on heavy equipment for a long time. This guy knows it. I've got it.
You gotta take the windows on it first.
We can make
A murdered out skid steer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I know James is watching because he's coming up here for that one.
Oh, yeah, take the windows. Yeah.
But heavy equipment.
Yeah.
So I hope Shane. I don't know. He's probably not. He's in Vegas. But he had wrapped some heavy equipment, and I think it was more so like showpieces for convention and stuff. Full wrap, full print, like American flag on like a freaking track code, digital unit, perforated windows, American flag, just metallic print all the way across every square inch this thing was covered, and it was gorgeous. I want to do that.
If you had like
That McGee holler.
if you had like a brand new Kubota or
Whatever. Brand new would be the
Brand
time to do
new,
it.
ideally, but if not, we will use a higher tack.
just murder it out
Yeah.
You remember if it's not brand new, it's gonna be
with gold tracks, like black with gold tracks.
Yes, sir.
Which is gold.
We're not gonna wrap it. Yeah.
With
right.
that
Yes.
kind of Louis
Don't
Vuitton.
throw
That's
the
what I'm
whole
saying.
thing.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
like it. Matt, you have
I like-
to go
I like the
on
price.
everything you have.
I like the price tag of it, but I don't really want to do it. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
And unless it's brand new, it's brand new. But I will say, when it comes down to heavy equipment and trucks like that, even brand new has paint imperfections, and it can look like dirt and debris
They don't-
under
they
the
don't paint them
and
like
it
that.
doesn't.
It's going to
I
be
can show you that. I know at least 3 spots on the roof of this truck that are paint defects that I noticed before we started, and you know, it's not a piece of dirt.
we
You
see
know,
a
if
lot
you're gonna
of-
see that on this equipment. Chrome is gonna really exemplify that.
What do we see the most
That's
often?
where I'm getting at.
New
Okay.
Explorers.
Forward, but I'm down. Let's
Yeah.
do it. Because we'll do the Range Rover package, and we've noticed a lot of.
The black out like the window side.
Well, we do like the whole top pillar of the roof, and it comes down through the window because it's got like the
ABC pillars.
Yeah, all through those, and we get to the around the backside, and that's some of the ugliest welds that like we just can't wrap that stuff. It's just never gonna hold. And you'll see. So it's a light Explorer. You got this nice, clean black, and then you go right into the well behind the window. Doesn't do anyways as well. So it's literally you go right behind the window. It's a bubble. It's like a bubble of metal. I don't know how else to explain it. Ford's the worst about this. Sorry, Ford. I drive. It's literally a bubble of metal.
At least the plastic panels aren't cracking like they used to on the back of the was it the Explorer, the Excursion?
Oh yeah, the old Explorer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like every
Well,
single one
the
is cracking.
problem was people were putting all these products on that were drying them out. You know, you put all your freaking Arbor Ball and shit. And it looks cool, you know, and it's nice, but it's not healthy for those plastics.
Right.
You know, it never has been. Because, you know, we don't use dressing like that. If it's ugly, you know, you can take a torch. There's no example here, but you can take a torch, like just a regular one of these.
Propane.
Yeah, and you can literally go across textured plastic instead of using tire dressing or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, bring the oil back.
It brings the oils in, exactly what it does.
Yeah.
Slow and steady. Don't get your.
I thought people use peanut butter for that.
Keep your
You not seen that?
peanut butter.
Yeah, people put peanut butter on their front.
I like peanut butter. I don't even want to waste it.
We know what Clint Dillon does with it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I don't eat the damn peanut butter. That's what I'm saying. That's funny. No, I've never heard of peanut butter. Not when I wash my dogs. Yeah, Clint.
Old Clifford. Old George Tucker.
That's good stuff. Oh, we got a fourth one. That was one.
Oh, that's got the same bogey.
That's one of the
Yes,
nicest things
sir.
we've ever
That
bought.
thing's nice.
Hey, y'all are sitting on nice, clean, pristine floors here.
It is very nice.
This place is very nice.
Y'all can't see it, but it's awesome. It's not epoxy yet. That's our next thing. Besides fixing the whole yard. It's clean. It's comfortable. It's climate controlled. It's perfect environment for a wrap thing.
Insulated.
It is. It's actually insulated behind the wall, so you can't see that. Because we actually added these panels after the fact, but it's insulated all the way to the floor. We just painted it black above the panels for aesthetics. Paint isn't
It's about
dead
the aesthetic.
always. Yeah, paint isn't always dead.
Aesthetic.
Should we break out
I mean, we can if y'all ready?
I don't know. That's your choice. So in
I'll leave it
addition
up
to
to y'all.
rapping, greatest rapper.
Yes, the greatest
Lil
round.
Wayne.
Y'all, the Super Mullet Brothers. What do we say?
The greatest rapper. So
Hey, y'all see the license plate on my truck, right?
no, let's
It
say
says rapper. WRAPPER.
hey,
Rapper.
people question.
Probably. Well,
You gotta wear a chain.
you
In a while.
with a squeegee on it. You need a gold squeegee on the gold chain.
Or one of the little rap cards, like the little installation cards that
Yeah.
come in like little sticker kits. You know?
Exactly.
You know what I'm talking about?
We talked about way back in the day. Funny that you brought that up. We talked about sitting that when we were just doing mail out graphics before we were professional and
Moody Blue
all that shit.
Decals.
When we were Moody Blue Decals, before we were designs, before we incorporated all that shit, we were mailing out 4x4 decals and stuff. And we talked about, let's send a little branded squeegee and a little solution bottle and all the little instruction sheet and stuff. We ended up doing the instruction sheet, but it was like, it wasn't even worth doing all the other bullshit at that point. So like, we're not really big production manufacturing. We were looking at a different, bigger picture as opposed to selling selling lots of little shit. We were looking at selling lesser big shit.
Yeah.
You know, we'll just
Value of time.
Yes, 100%. When
Is this in your a two-man operation. All you can do is focus on how much time you have and how
Yeah,
much
we
little
talked
time you
about
have.
that.
And where you value your time, like even the other day, it was great. We had one of our contract installers is not a graphic designer by any means, but he acquired a job from another shop. He just couldn't take it on, whatever. And he calls on me. He goes, "Hey, can I use your help templing this job out for print?" And I'm really good at that. So I was like, "Oh, that'd be happy to help." He goes, "Well, what do I owe you? Can I come tomorrow?" I was like, "Well, if you come tomorrow, how about you just owe me finishing the side of the truck that I'm doing tomorrow while I do your stuff?" So he came in here and I literally sat on the computer, did his design thing, got it ready for print while he finished half the truck for me.
Oh yeah, dude walks in, Blake gets up off of his mechanic stool,
Hey,
down.
here's where you need to go. You need to do this, and by the time I finished up what I was working on, he was done on my side of the truck, and I was like, "Oh man, that's such an exhausting day wrapping that truck."
Yeah,
I was later off my computer, but
And then like, goes, "Oh yeah, that truck was great that we wrapped." Like, the BNDN wrapped.
I go around it though, and you know it's a fair trade-off though. We got to know where your strengths and weaknesses lie. So he knew he could come do that quicker than it would take him to.
And you can
print.
trust him to do that.
Right, and he could trust me to print or handle that
We've been working with him for a while now, enough to know where and when we can. He's actually gotten a lot better too, which is awesome. So
I
I
just think
can
so.
trust
Like,
him
I'll
on
make people rewrap stuff if it doesn't look right.
And you guys have learned stuff, I'm sure, too.
Oh yeah,
Right,
we learn
yeah,
stuff every day.
like,
We learn stuff
yeah,
every
Actually,
day.
I don't know.
Nothing's perfect.
Chris Bull, you may be watching this. I'm actually gonna be at his shop on, and maybe John Duber. I'm gonna be at
John
Chris
Duber's
Bull's
training.
shop with John Duber on Monday, Tuesday, and maybe Wednesday of this upcoming week, doing continued training, advanced wrap installer, just
What's the name of his shop?
wrappable.
That's what I thought.
Okay, right, that's what I
I
read.
don't want to be wrong.
He's good friend of
I don't
ours.
know him, but I've
Hey,
heard
Chris,
the
you
name.
know,
He's become one of our really good friends. He was a mentor to us, kind of like going into the industry. I always looked up to him, and then it just so happened that Rob Pettit was working with us at the time. And he was like, "Oh, I'm really good friends with Chris Bull," and we had this huge open house. I don't know if y'all came, and here comes freaking a pink Range Rover coming by. I'm like, "Oh man, Chris Bull's here. He's going to judge our work." He ends up being one of the nicest guys. And
Yeah.
super humble. Always helps us out.
A very shitty sense of humor like us.
Yeah.
Where's he located?
Chapin.
Okay.
He's right off of Lake Murray. He does the
He's a boat king.
he's the
down
boat
there.
guy.
He's the boat
And
guy.
it's funny because I'll get an 803.
That's where I've seen it, on the side of a boat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah.
Hell, probably his vote.
Maybe.
Probably. Well, there's only a couple I've seen wrapped.
Yeah, I
One
got
in,
his poster up there. Yes, Chris, I have your poster.
well,
Sitting up on our wall.
I think there's two boats on like Mowen that are always wrapped.
Okay.
And then there's a couple on Murray's on everywhere.
Oh yeah. We've done more ones too. He would take our boat. Chris Bull does all the ones on Murray. It's funny though, with Bull, he won't touch motorcycles. So I get a phone call. First time, I answer the phone, if they say, "Hey, it's a referral from Chris Bull," about 99% of the time, I guarantee you it's a motorcycle wrap.
Or we like Monday morning was going through emails and shit with Sean. Sean like, "Alright, we got a referral from Chris Bull." I was like, "What kind of bike is it?"
Yeah.
You know,
One color on your bike.
But you know what? We figured out a really good technique and a good process to where with 3 guys we can kill a motorcycle in no time and make it very profitable.
What's easier, sports bike or Harley?
Harley.
Like
Sports bike is flat.
Cruiser. Cruiser.
Well, and people are scared of Harleys. People are scared shitless of Harleys.
That's why
The tanks are worse.
Two fenders in a gas tank, right?
That's the worst thing is the tank.
They just don't. They have. They're not coming out of the techniques we have.
Yeah, we wrap these in chrome, and people look at that and go, "That's unheard of these days." Like wrapping a motorcycle in chrome.
Damn, we did it 3 years ago.
we were experimenting with it too.
We learned a lot about chrome in that job.
If you notice, if you're watching.
So I've seen some videos like long before get stuck in some YouTube rabbit holes.
Yeah.
I've seen there's rapping contests.
Yeah.
Have y'all ever done one of those?
Not per se like a contest.
Yeah.
There's events that we've done or gotten into where you can do like multiple people as a team, like rapping together.
Yeah.
Neither one of us have done. Like,
Not a face-to-face contest, but
Yeah.
I did become a runner-up in a contest.
Nice.
a couple years ago for SEMA.
Yeah, no, it was a couple years.
2016 SEMA.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, anyways, I've got this old lowrider bicycle that I had in college, and it was always cool, so I always kept it.
Yeah.
And it's purple. It's got a purple velour seat. It's got chrome.
Tracy
Chrome.
just called her you
So
Chrome.
where's there?
Where's Tracy?
Yeah,
Where's Tracy?
Where's
Tracy?
And
So,
was,
Nelson?
it was already purple, so I decided to wrap it in some scrap diamond purple we had laying around.
Yeah.
We had a no-show customer, and I was already at the shop, and I was like, you know what, fuck this guy, I'm gonna do something. So I was like, I'm gonna better myself. I'm gonna better my skills, and I'm like, I'm gonna practice some shit that I'm not comfortable with, and something I would probably turn down,
Yeah.
and I just did it. And it took me longer than I wanted it to, but it looks awesome.
Yeah.
And I turned the thing around and showed pictures of it, and weeks later, there was a nomination for a rap contest for worldwide rap, like the weirdest rap.
Got to go rap battle.
Yeah, it was it was the most creative canvas was the category, and I was runner up. I was basically second place. I got outbid by a water tower, looked like a Coke can, which was awesome. That's probably but you know, that's
That's a lot of rap.
That's too
Dude,
normal.
it's huge. It's huge.
Yeah.
Thing. I mean,
That's a lot of freaking.
how many gallons is one of those whole
For a water tower?
water tower? Like,
Oh, I don't know.
imagine wrapping one of those. I can't imagine wrapping one of those.
That's a
When you're wrapping, you gotta think a wrap is
$50,000 rap job or more. I mean, that's
5
huge.
foot, and you're doing 5 foot panels at a time. I mean,
Yeah.
whew,
200,000 square feet.
That's a lot.
I'll take one.
Yeah,
I'll take
yeah.
that one.
It's technically flat.
I should pitch that to your high school. Yeah,
Dude, that thing needs to be updated.
they got that water tower.
It's got the damn logo.
When was the last time they won state? That's the last time they got up there.
It's painted right now, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the last time they painted something.
Yeah.
I think it was 2007. It was the last time.
So my boy Jeremy
Wow.
up in Charlotte, so they did this awesome deal with a golf tournament. It was a big golf tournament. Y'all probably know what it is. I don't freaking know it's out on golf, obviously.
The Masters.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't that. I know the Masters.
What's up, Jeremy?
Yeah, I've never.
Not good.
But anyways,
We had rice
they
cameras,
got a freaking
Masters.
lighthouse for a 50th anniversary
Oh,
golf
it's Hilton
tournament.
Head. Yeah.
Black and white.
No, like plaid.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know,
We didn't. No,
but
money.
the one Hilton had,
Oh,
they wrapped it in plaid for like
Well, you know about it.
Yeah. Dude, all the red, you know, it's red, white stripe.
Yeah.
All the red wrapped in plaid.
Dude, god damn.
So the whole.
How do you do it? Like you got, I guess you the same way you wash windows. Like you just
You put
film from the top.
Spoon lifts.
So maybe y'all should
Same as
like,
that. Same game.
Huge
You have like,
game
he'll be like, so what do you do for a living? You're like, I wrap one lighthouse and one water tower a year.
Well, you gotta think also,
Shit, that just doesn't put him in a day. I mean,
think about the Super Bowl. These guys, you know, we've got contractors that get a part of these crews that go to the Super Bowl and, you know, stuff with the
Yeah,
Charlotte.
20 guys
They
taking
wrap
over
the
the freaking
entire stadium in a day and a half, couple days, whatever, how long it takes them, and then the next day, it all comes down.
Well, at that point,
it's
the
good practice now.
yeah,
Don't
that's what I
find
was
a
saying.
Yeah.
Like, if
If
you're
you're
gonna
it
read
is
it,
30 feet in the air, 40 feet in the air,
Right.
so there's a bubble or wrinkle that really
Imagine
Yeah, that's
if your
what I'm
guy
saying.
cuts- if
Wow.
your guy cuts into that door frame right there, that was your customer's car. It's like, oh, you just cut your customer's car. Alright, put your blade back in a little bit. Alright, cool. Now you go. Oh, that's jagged. Alright, break your blade. Alright, cool. You're good. Don't do that on this car. Have you learned yet?
yeah, if you're wrapping a stadium,
There, you're looking about 5 or 7 years, depending on how house maintained, garage kept, but take care of things.
Well, now that's also subjective to the maintenance. So, you know, if you are to clean like me, I clean my rack all the time. You know, I'm always not necessarily washing it, but I'll use like a foaming window cleaner, just ceramic coated. I'll use
Failed to mention that first.
yeah,
Well,
well,
Ceramic.
It doesn't matter. I keep it maintained. I keep it clean. You don't let shit build up on top of it because it dries it out. You know, it doesn't.
Certain
it
chemicals
doesn't.
can dry
It
it
does
out
have to
too,
have
yeah.
air. It does have to get moisture to a sense. So you've got to keep it at least wipe it down if nothing else. You know, and I do that to my truck religiously. I'll wipe it down. You know, if it rains or whatever, I'll get out there with some window cleaner and I'll take some rags and then I'll clean it. You know.
so just window clear, not like spray detail or anything like
Yeah,
that?
you can use it.
Okay.
We keep window cleaner here, so
Okay.
I use what we have.
Yeah.
Windex.
We
I'm
should,
cheating.
what's the aerosol? The one with, what's
Streak
that
free.
stuff they use? Yeah, the streak free stuff is nice.
It works. No, it's screwed up. But as long as you maintain it, I mean, this thing can last. It can last. If it's a garage kept vehicle and you're only driving, say, you're taking it on like Sunday afternoon, driving out cars for coffee, maybe going to some car shows and cruises and stuff. here and there. If it generally stays out of the weather, out of the sun, and keep clean and just maintained, I mean,
Yeah, check out some of the race cars.
that works like, oh my god.
The stickers have been on there since like 1974. There's a cheap ass Summit sticker.
Look at
back
any
there.
race car. Yeah, okay, so one thing that like
Race car after fun.
one thing that like really bothers me is the
Hey, hold up.
We have a mural outside.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna go to.
Russell had theirs back inside.
Hold up.
we do have an inside country probably. One thing that bothers me is the quality of some professional race cars. And I get it, you know, it's only seen in the stand, it's probably gonna get bugged, it's gonna get wrecked, I get it, but you know what, at the end of the day, it's like, that represents, that does represent pride. Have a little bit of pride, you don't have to clean this stuff, you don't have to cut to the car, and you don't have to leave air and bubbles and wrinkles and shit like that. I mean, come on, man, you know, do something right.
Well, it's probably a lot different, like customer base.
Yeah.
If you're doing like if you got a guy GTR here, you're wrapping it chrome. Versus if you got a guy that's
Dirt track guys.
wants a dirt track car,
They
right?
don't-
We don't do the track.
They won't
Our-
spend
our
about
shop's too quick.
they won't spend about $500, and they won't spend any more than $500.
We don't roll
And they
with
want to do a full wrap on the car, just like you. The square footage and that price just don't match.
But we've done some small time circle track asphalt guys in here, and they don't want to pay. They don't want to do shit. And it's just like, well,
Yeah,
I have
first
to
off,
charge,
yeah.
I have to charge that, and then one of them comes back to Blake, like
For
turn one down, smacks the wall,
Straight through.
and asks like stupidest question ever, was like, is that covered under warranty? He was like, you didn't get a warranty,
What warranty?
just so you know.
It's a race car.
Race cars don't get warranty.
You don't get a warranty.
Yeah.
Bro. What?
It's hard to explain that to people though that
They don't
like
get it. Well, they're spending their hard-earned money. It's
Yeah.
like, well, that's a hobby. I didn't ask you to spend that money. That's not your driver. It's not your work truck. It's not shit. That's your fucking race car. Like you pull it in a trailer to a track.
You're gonna be able to
Put
put a sticker on
expensive
top.
gas in it, and then you break stuff. I mean, it is what it is. Yeah. Like that's like,
Now, when you get more people, you'll get more money wants in like the drag races, not the circuit. So, guys will obviously take a car and build up a really nice drag car. Now they're willing to pay a little bit
well,
more.
hell, that little Porsche we did, that Cayman.
Oh, the little
Cayman race car.
Yeah.
It was yellow. We did a white with a print design. It was great. We did it in a little time. I feel like we did very well on it.
Well, hopefully,
First run, he smacked the wall.
Oh.
So he's still back, but he's not bitching about price.
Yeah.
And he's not too worried about it. He's like,
Yeah.
he gets it. It's like, you don't have to spend that.
Stuff happens.
Yeah.
But also, our contact with him is his tech. So his tech's like, oh yeah, dude, man, it's fucking fine.
Oh, he's like,
Yeah.
he's like, hey, let me
Send it back.
Next time, you just bring it back.
We may need some re-ramp on this side. So.
Yeah, I would think.
Tom, that's everything.
Hopefully, the worst part of a drag car would be rock chips behind the tire for no burn.
You know, we've got many drag cars, and the best thing about them is if it's like a ProNitrous drag car, it's front fiberglass clip. It's so satisfying. You try to do it in one piece. It's just so satisfying. People
Oh, yeah.
always put stupid scenes if you don't have to. Like, you don't always have to.
Well, they do it for their piece, effectively.
It's like a chalk car.
You do the clear stuff too?
Not really. We leave that to the detailers.
Oh,
We
like
can
clear
always,
rod, whatnot.
it goes back to the whole you need
What's
your
on
car
there?
detailed.
We
because once they put this on,
can
it's on.
install the film, yes, but when it comes into it, it's like, I'm not a detailer, he's not a detailer, and most detailers, like good quality detailers that we work with, are just like us, they're not gonna work outside of their own shop.
Yeah.
You know, they have their environment, their tools, their place. You know,
Patrick
so
Bridges,
they
we have
are-
exceptions.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
but you know, but Patrick Bridges does a great shop, and I've wrapped at Patrick Bridges shop, and I love Patrick Bridges. I will wrap any car in his shop any day of the week.
I know another shop
So
does.
his shop is probably cleaner than ours.
Extreme color.
Patrick, if you're watching this,
Yeah, they do
remember
clear
that.
rod.
Yeah, I've seen pictures of it.
And EPM also did
Yeah.
on
It's like immaculate.
The white
Oh,
stuff.
the old bicycle shop.
Is it?
Last
You
vehicle I
fixed
loved
the
was
full store?
Porsche. And it's
no, you
when
didn't.
the new one was still being
Yeah.
put under
Right
construction.
across from
Yeah, we were in
You
the
still
garage.
bicycle.
We had so much fun, man.
Y'all did Chris's
Next to Lottery, yes.
motorcycle trailer too,
Yes.
right?
Yeah,
Uh,
because I went by there
the new one.
a couple weeks ago, and there was, they
That
had
was
a
one of my
motorcycle
favorite
in
projects, by the way.
some sweet chords
Stack
in there that
Yeah.
he was working on. So.
Right, and
It's reflective.
Oh, really?
So
So-
things is reflective. So
Yeah.
when you see that light, if your light's hit, the whole thing lights up. You take a picture of it, you flash, the whole thing lights up. Yeah.
I did not know
So that was
full reflective.
that was one of the neatest projects we've ever had the opportunity to do, because originally we weren't gonna do full reflective, and he was gonna do reflective logos.
Like we did on the smart car.
And
A smart car is wrapped and it's got reflective War Mafia logo.
like somehow told him it would be, thank you, somehow told him it would be much more vibrant and just kill, like, you know.
Yeah.
Then you run through an intersection, like, what the fuck was that? And then you're like, you get on the exit, drinking your beer, which you should be doing, you know, you're like, the hell?
I've never seen it.
That's one of my favorite projects, just with the, you know, the whole
That was
design
alright.
aspect. He kind of left that up to us, yeah.
I would be doing that night, we were in this,
And it's funny when
Yeah,
he
yeah.
reached out about that, originally we were just gonna do, he's like, I wanted a smart car, and I wanted this and that and this to go along with it, so the original design was based off of the smart car getting wrapped first, but we designed the trailer first, which is funny.
So how clear does it? I mean, they gotta have a good image to blow it up. with
It's
vision
all
on that
what we
trailer.
call vector based, which is all line based instead of like pixels like imagery. But the pictures of the bikes, I made sure he had professionals like I want bikes on there, and pictures of I will make sure.
Don't be taking them with a selfie.
Like, yeah, damn. So he hired a professional photographer, had someone with a really good camera. Whoever took the
Yeah.
pictures made them clear. I mean, you could read the numbers and things on his bike. And if you see that trailer close and you're 5 feet away, you can read everything.
Yeah. So it's legit up close and far.
So yeah, so we changed some things up too. So he had a boo boo inside, and he wanted us to do a mural.
When he first saw that something bumped in the wall and like scratched it really bad, he's like, "Can you wrap the inside of this wall?" I was like, "Probably could." And he's like,
So
"Well,
we covered
Oh, I think I saw that.
And I used a little technique here called upsell, that we all do. And we ended up wrapping the inside of the doors, so when you open, so except the manual, except two manuals, you know, stack your other words, you got the ramp on the back, there's two manuals on the passenger side, my favorite. And when you open the doors, they swing out, and we have the image printed
Continues.
inside, so it continues, so when you open the doors, they're in white.
Yeah.
Now the image continues from the wrap.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying.
But it's not reflective.
The hard part about that was the design aspect, because the front of the doors are designed this way, the back of the doors are designed
Reverse.
here, you know, in a different location. So we actually had to take
That hurts,
pictures
isn't it?
we took pictures and measurements of where the doors were open to, so when I made these prints and had them to go install, that we could install them to where when you're standing back 5 feet, it's
Oh, his toolbox is wrapped to the match.
Oh yeah, this is toolbox.
Look at the inside of the trailer.
Yeah, that's
and the smart cars are behind that too.
that's legit.
Hey, it's all.
That's too much. It's too much.
Randy's kind of people.
That's-
Everything
it's a
in our
value
shop-
add. It's a
everything
value
in our
add.
shop's branded to Moody Blue.
They can't see the table, they see the backdrop, the bench.
Yeah.
Snow bench.
So we're all about everything. You know, we're all about our brand. You know, it's what you do.
So in addition
we're
to
in the
that,
brand, we're in the branding business. I mean, custom color wraps and race cars are cool, but race cars are technically branding, but it's really about branding. What
Yeah.
we do. You know, we're like an advertising business in disguise, technically.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
yeah, if people think about how much money they like a box truck, right? How much money they make.
They made more money off that box truck than if they had a freaking billboard on I-85, I guarantee you.
Well, especially you with like a real estate background. You know, I used to tell people, hey, buy this building, you know,
No, I
5,000
see value
people
in
pass
that.
by today. Well, who cares? Because how many people do you like pass by your box truck in a day? Or when you park it, where
And
does
it's
it sit?
constantly moving. Like, okay, and that's funny you say about
The
sitting.
fun thing about it is, like, the fun thing about the box trucks, you pay the box truck one time.
Right.
So you pay our price one
Billboard,
time.
you
And
would do it a month.
that could or could not be, I don't really know, I don't know what the cost of a billboard is, that could be the cost every month. So say you've got your truck wrap and you have a billboard, that billboard could cost you the same amount
Price.
as that truck did
Yeah.
that you had done in a week last month. And you paid it, and that's done, and you just paid it. Now you're being charged for this billboard
Yeah.
again.
Month.
And you go again, you go back to doing it, and again. There's a company, and again,
It's a moving company here in town.
and
Moving
you do
Blue.
it.
They park their trucks up here at the Violet.
They're good.
Substation 2.
Yeah.
And they got three.
Yeah, they-
26,
about the bank.
27, yeah.
I've seen
26 foot, 27. We did all the
Pretty
trips. He don't pay for billboards. He didn't have to because those trucks are just sitting there when he's not using them. So
Does he work out of the bank or he just parks
no,
it?
he just parks them there. He parks in there overnight, and he probably has permission to somebody, because I'm sure he knows
Yeah,
people
yeah.
around. But he probably doesn't have to pay, and then when they're not sitting there, they're moving. They're on the move, so it's like,
Yeah,
this is the greatest thing ever.
free market.
Either your billboard's there, or your billboard's going around.
Yeah, it's free market.
Advertising.
Yeah, no, that's, dude, we pay $0 for advertising whatsoever. We don't do any social media advertising, we don't pay for it, word of mouth, and like.
I give away
And
koozies.
you see even out, yeah, we drink beer, we like, we give away stickers, I mean, it's the same thing.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and that's not even, that's nothing, you know, we don't pay shit, like, there's businesses that pay hundreds of dollars a month just to boost a post, like, all we do is,
Facebook.
yeah, we just post something, and, you know, we've got people that just have a tendency to like us, and they share it, and we share it, and they see it, and
Well, they probably had a good experience with
the
us.
word of mouth.
Yeah.
So someone else sees it, and then
That's always a positive.
well, but someone else sees it too, and then that becomes, you know, one of their people sees it now. So it's just a whole, it, you know, becomes a whole spider web of people that see and share and like, and you know, you don't even see how many people like and share this necessarily because other people like and share. You don't get this.
Yeah, you see it on your
You
business
see
page.
your,
Yeah.
you see your business.
I will see all the stats on this. What's up, Mr. Ben? I saw you comment on the ProNitrous page as well.
But you don't have to pay $1 for advertising with that type of network, you know,
Yeah.
which is where I was getting at, which is the coolest thing.
So, do y'all ever? And I this is something I do in my business. Like, I stage my products. Whenever I go to sell them, I'll take pictures or car leaves or something like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
I take pictures, but I always like my pictures better. Like sometimes when the customer posts a picture, it's at like a weird angle and it makes something look funny. and I'm
dude.
like,
And colors.
yeah, I'm like, man, I wish you wouldn't post that. Like, use my
People
picture.
edit photos and sometimes they'll
Yeah,
take a picture that makes it look better and they'll take a picture of it.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
can't filter a wrap photo.
Yeah.
You're not gonna see, if I filter this Jeep when it's wrapped, it's gonna look black or it's gonna look a different color. And it's like,
Yeah,
that's
what?
not giving you
You gotta have the light.
Yeah, my question is like, why did you filter my work?
Good. The color speaks for itself.
Yeah.
It gives me, I will, that
I don't
that
think
does
those
also,
photos
when I see, when I see pictures of, yeah, when I see pictures
I'll
of,
take our own photos.
you just have a modified car. Well, let's say whether it's painted or wrapped or not, but when you see a bunch of damn filters on it, it makes it ugly.
Yeah.
It makes it wrong. It makes it not right. It's like when I see
It's
the
not
person,
what
you
you
want
see
to, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like that's what I want to see. I want to see what my, and you're never going to produce what my naked eye is going to see, but I want to see as close
Sometimes
to
the
that
pictures
as
are better than
possible.
It's Instagram.
Well, that's instant famous. That's what's the problem with our industry is you got these shit ass rappers that want to post great ass pictures and they got nothing.
10
but
feet away
clout.
looks amazing in every picture. Edit
Clout,
that thing.
clout means nothing if you don't have the dollars to back it. You know, you know, we're a business. We're
Well,
not.
maybe
We're not.
two reps.
You know, we don't pay our bills. We don't pay our bills on clout. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna show you where the seams are, and I'm gonna show you that it does have seams because it's.
We're gonna be
fucking
proud of
wrap.
it because our seams are gonna look good.
Yeah.
Cause you got the
There
tape.
you go.
Exactly, dude.
Oh.
Best tool ever.
Are we allowed to talk about that?
No, yeah, they know about that.
I'll show you a
Yeah,
good.
there's like
I'll show you a good example.
Instagram videos of using the tape.
Yeah. Oh, it's all.
That's how I knew about it.
They all know about it. It's
Cause I always wondered on the C5s and C6s when they wrapped the back panel.
the keys we were talking about.
Seams here. On the back, it was done in 3 pieces. And it was all using knifeless tape. And that was to keep it from stressing because when this goes on top of that Jeep,
It's all the same.
you're never gonna see that seam.
Hell, I can see it right here.
They can't see it.
No, I can't see it from here. I can barely right there.
And that's because we ran 2 strips of
The
knifeless
piece, proper planning, prevents
Boom.
piss poor performance.
Super clean. Nobody will ever see it.
Yeah.
Tricks of the trade right there.
Dude, when I saw that knife tape,
Wizardry.
looking
Exactly.
at that spoiler for this Jeep, and I was thinking, he's over here like just.
Oh, running
Right.
What this man's mind.
Yeah, he's like, we got this knifeless tape. I was like,
What?
he
Literally.
showed me, he did. I was just like, because the cut was so perfect. I'm like, dude, you're really running a razor blade through this? Like, just get after it, man. Just,
If I had to, I could.
I mean, yeah, that's
And
all
there,
good, but
there are places where it's not going to conform to, and yeah,
Yeah.
you're going to have to take a knife
Yeah.
sometimes. You just got to be confident and skilled to where you're not going to
Yeah.
either, if there's a second layer of vinyl or if there's paint, something you're not going to cut through. And
yeah,
Well, it goes back down to like, yeah, we could wrap this truck in 2 days, but
there's planning involved, and
Huge.
there's, you know, and
If you grab it 2 days, you'll come back. You're gonna come back in 4 days.
you know, but you think about these things and you plan for these things, and as you're doing other things, you're thinking about it. So as I'm taking out hardware, I'm thinking about
How I'm gonna wrap this area,
How I'm gonna wrap
where
this
I
area.
need to, how deep I need to go, how far can I see in this gap? You know,
as
things like
as
that.
I'm thinking, I'm saying, you know, how far can I tuck here? Is it worth taking this out? Do I need to take it out? If I don't have to, then why would I? That's just time.
But we didn't take anything off the front of this car, which is weird. Hardly unheard of.
Except the little grill things.
Yeah, well, those are just stuck on anyways.
Yeah.
We have a 5-minute rule. If it doesn't come off in less than 5 minutes, unless it's worth it, because it depends on the job. Let's go back to the
Commercial jobs, yeah.
The front of this Jeep,
5 minutes or less.
there's not enough things that are going to require to come off for a really clean job that it's going to take. If we take those headlights out, we have to drop the whole bumper.
I can tell you how long it takes to take the bumper off.
Yeah,
we're talking SRT.
We're not trying to get into that. We don't need to.
We were at the Camaro a couple weeks ago.
Good.
You also red and orange, you know. And I hate to say it like this, every unprofessional installer and their brother would have taken the damn bumpers off of that car. And we didn't even loosen them. We didn't even loosen the bumpers.
Back when we did, we took the taillights out, but that was it. But we loosened from the top, the bottom was getting
That's
attached.
fair though, because we had to take the taillights out for that one. But we
Because
didn't-
But you did not, you didn't even turn those bumpers.
Dude, the
first.
front bumper, headlights, like that's unheard of. Most people would be taking all that stuff out. Like, look at this Jeep. Like,
A lot of people would take the damn
Is it a
front
Gen
wheel off.
5 or a 6?
It was already on the lift. We
it
could have.
was
That was a 6-gen.
6-gen?
It was.
No,
It was
it's a
V6.
big
It was V6.
No, the orange was a 6-gen.
V6 car, V6 convertible.
Yeah, the bumpers actually come out.
Highly
It was
desirable
16
vehicle. It was
Yeah.
Barrett Jackson for like 10 grand.
But it was a great car. It had a lot of.
And now it's orange, so like 5.
Derek,
Yeah.
Derek said the pros and cons of wrapping black trim to match paint or painted black.
Depends on the trim.
Yeah, what's the trim?
If it's paintable trim,
Like around the
Like belt
windows.
moldings?
Oh,
Yes,
this
is
is
that what you're
all
talking
been-
about?
wrap it for price wise. Wrap it because we don't take anything off.
this has all been wrapped up 3 or 4 years ago. We're actually changing a lot of that too.
Oh, these belt moldings actually got wrapped too?
And this is a return customer.
Alright.
Oh yeah, all this window trim's black out. Like
This was all chrome. This isn't like a SRT and fancy.
Yeah.
it was 3 years ago. They were in this
4x4
shop.
V6, just really well taken care of Jeep.
Very nice.
Got some nice wheels.
Yeah, it was good on the wheels. I like it.
Those are new too.
Yeah, those are nice.
He's gonna redo the calipers though, because whoever cleaned them, put a chemical on and took the paint right off.
Oh, the girl, what's her name?
The Camaro girl.
Daniela.
Yeah, that's what I'm sending them to.
Yeah, what is it? So
Yeah,
she
she does
provided
Daniela,
yeah.
she provided the Crown Royal
She does a
black.
jam up job.
Yeah, she does. That's what I'm sending them to.
Yeah.
So.
So
I already talked to her about it.
Is
Got
she
it right.
one? The Z01?
Yeah.
Ah, okay, yeah. 'Cause
Sour-
I've seen
she
her
has
on
a-
her car.
No, that's Randy's friend. No, we
Oh,
found
okay.
Randy's car. Yeah.
She's
The
got
purple one,
the-
yeah, that's Rainey's.
Yeah.
the blue car.
That's our
She got a dark blue one.
Yeah.
The really nice
The
one.
first one was red.
Yeah.
It was the SS.
So this was a Z01.
This was
right.
Z01,
Okay.
yeah. First one was the SS. It was red. And we were wrapped in matte.
I would say wrap it if it's wrappable.
Yeah.
Talking to Derek. It's also cheaper because you don't have to take off and mask a bunch of stuff off.
Yeah, I was gonna put a camera in her husband's Z06. Sold it.
Dang.
Who's? Susan?
Daniela's. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, word.
With
That's cool.
You know his car?
the Crown Royal donation.
Yeah.
He's got the red. He had the red Z06.
Yeah, I remember. I know that.
Super freaking clean car. Both all their cars are freaking clean. Nice. That's
What
kind
do
of
you
customers I like.
You like clean
C7
cars.
or C6?
It's a C6, C6Z. So
I'll tell you right now, from this industry, we love clean cars. When they come in cleaner, the better.
My favorite thing about
Less
hey,
wax.
should I bring my
Never
car?
really blue. Don't bring it wax or ceramic coated.
What's the favorite thing? The customer comes in, they call and say, hey, should I clean it before it comes in? And you can tell they literally sprayed it with like a garden hose.
yeah.
Like,
No,
spray it. Like,
commercial guys, yeah, we wash it. It's like, what the did y'all actually do?
did you even stick your car to get pressure? Come on.
Yeah.
I don't really care
Our
about-
Harbor Freight electric pressure washer does way better than that.
Yeah.
Ours runs a fucking phone gun.
If they wash them,
Harbor Freight, by the way.
I'm alright with washing them, but they never like I always vacuum every car before it leaves to clean the interior.
We have to
Otherwise,
clean
it's
door sills
Yeah.
because we stand up in these, you know, to wrap roofs and stuff. Like, especially front
Other
doors.
than that,
When they're open,
also,
we stand all up in there, so you know it gets little footprints and stuff, and we gotta go in there, clean that, maybe back
Yeah.
the carpet.
We'll wipe the seats down. You know, anything that we've touched, we'll wipe it down.
The
Other than
windows,
that, we don't do any interior.
yeah, fingerprints are like
They have to come off.
We'll do an exceptional exterior clean, especially when it's done. because when you present it to the customer, it's all about presentation.
Yeah.
So it's got to be, the clean of the car looks like that. Let's say, dude man rolls in here with brake dust all
These
over
lights
his.
show everything.
Yeah. Oh, we'll go in, and it's not even something you're supposed to do in our job. We will, when it's done, we'll clean the wheels and we'll bring it outside and we'll make it all spick and span.
So I'm thinking about the parking lot next to the photos in front of the church gymnasium.
It's a professional presentation.
Derek, are you talking about the F-150 or the Volkswagen?
You charge a cleaning fee, whether that cleaning fee is before or after, or
Yeah.
both.
There's still
you know,
cleaning.
there
It's
is
like,
cleaning fees.
50,000-mile Harley.
Cleaning fees with parentheses, you know what I mean?
Loosely.
Loose fees, yes. That's why we estimate, we don't set prices, we
Yeah,
estimate.
he's talking about black trim, like
Yeah,
black.
your $3,000 wrap just gave $3,500 unless it's like an actual
Not gonna
detail.
be wrappable if it's
Oh,
like
go for it.
like this.
There's nothing wrong with
Yeah,
But it was like, you know,
trucks use the textured black a lot.
it's business, that's
Yeah.
not wrappable. It's all
Like we talked about earlier,
it's
because
the way it
access, it always, if you put film on it, it's always gonna bubble.
On
Always
what?
gonna cast on plastic, black.
It's the Volkswagen. So it's the
No,
new one.
there's
So yeah,
texture,
it's easy.
there's texture, you'll never get all the air out of it.
We don't want around the windows.
Is it textured black?
I don't know.
Is
They
it
said it's in
textured
the
black or
picture.
is it? Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Send you the pictures.
Oh, it's in there. I'll show you after.
Okay, we'll look at it.
Yeah.
We'll
Should we
look
give
at
him? Can we give him a tour of the shop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, clean.
Walk the camera around and give him a tour.
Yeah.
It's nice and
It's
clean.
enough. It's
That,
very
enough.
that way people know the facility in which their car is in. Because it makes a big, like we're saying.
it. No, it's very nice.
And we have a lift over here too, like, we've got a scissor lift that'll go up to 52,
Mid-rise,
54.
mid-rise, 54-inch.
My nose, we can
Yeah.
stand and wrap bumpers.
Now,
That's,
this truck is
My
not.
bill don't have the luxury.
Yeah. But it's right there at you.
dude, it's a nice.
That's actually nice. I didn't even notice it over there.
Yeah, we normally have to, so that racetrack's leaned up against the wall.
Yeah.
It goes a little car and that's got shiny blues.
Because it wouldn't.
You can show them on the camera too. That shiny blue down there, that's, it's a scissor lift. It's-
Okay.
Yeah, it's all sweet.
I didn't
It'll be,
know until I
yeah,
walked in.
it'll be 50.
Between that and the floor scrubber, best investments I ever purchased.
That's a
Best
force.
investments I ever purchased.
That Zamboni is really
Well,
nice.
people always ask, like, what are the best tools you use that aren't wrap related? It's like the lift and that, because we get clean
And air
facility
conditioning,
and the cars in the air.
Yeah.
And air conditioning, because
slash heat.
Here. quick little tour of the shop. I'll let you go.
No, you go ahead.
No, you do it.
No, you go ahead.
All right.
You're the cameraman.
So, look at the big old, that's a, what, 20 foot?
Yes, 20 foot.
20 foot banner hanging on the wall. But look how clean everything is.
Organization.
Everything's organized. That's all the stuff for this Jeep. That's what we were talking about earlier.
Actually, all of these portions are actually wrapped already. So.
Yeah, all these are already wrapped. But that's the prep work that goes into the Jeep. That's why it's not, $100 to wrap your car.
Excess on my
Like,
there.
all of this stuff is already wrapped.
My friend can do it cheaper.
Yeah. So these are done. That's why
For the for that Jeep over there.
I love
All the mirrors,
someone can do cheaper. It's like, oh, that's cool.
everything's already done, but everything's nice and clean. Shop wise.
Because we got to know where our tools are, and also we don't want dirt and dust and particles.
Yeah.
And things. It's a whole. It's a methodical.
So you got all this stuff right here that
That's all the vinyl for the Jeep.
yeah, all this stuff's already pre-laid out. It's ready to go on the Jeep tomorrow. And like we were talking about earlier, some stuff is directional. So like if you got silver especially,
Here's your rocker panel that's labeled already, ready to go.
like they've already cut it, plotted it, everything. When they come in tomorrow, it's ready to go on the rocker panel.
Let me explain this a little bit better than Blake did.
Yeah, he said up, right? That's what
Yeah, so directional is everything has to go in one way. So you got an arrow on the back of the film here that's already there.
Yep.
So that shows you which way is one way. But that only means so much when you're going around the other side, because now the arrow is supposed to technically be pointing the other way, otherwise you're upside down. So what you do, point up, everything's golden.
Yeah, so if everything's up, it's
There's
fine.
only one up. So everything
Yeah.
has to go up.
So if you got like a silver car and you wrap like one door one way and then you flip the wrap and wrap it the other way, whenever the
Actually, even 90 degrees, depending on the film. You turn it 90
Yeah.
degrees and it's a different color. Literally.
yeah, it'll be dark silver versus light silver.
Instagram, rap police, you will see a lot of this.
Wrap police.
Hilarious. We get a good laugh out about it as much as anybody else does. we probably laugh about it more because like, oh, who's stupid enough to do that?
Yeah.
Just sitting on the door like that.
We understand how to do the job, so we laugh about people that don't.
Yeah.
Just
Which is probably not cool, but
contact the customer, say, hey, I messed up. I've got to order more film. It's going to take me longer.
Yeah.
Just be in communication. That's the biggest thing about being.
Well, you can tell as soon as you do it. You can stand back and you can look at it. You,
Let's also be honest. That you messed up.
let's also be honest, it's a sticker, it's not paint, so don't expect it to be paint. We will get it as paint-like as we can with the, based on what's underneath and the film that we're using on top. There's only so far we can actually go to be paint-like. So you've got to respect that. If you want it to be perfect, then there's going to be a lot more money involved.
pay someone 15 grand to paint it.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, you might as well get paid. And I see things. I see these kids in this industry, and they're wanting to start a shop and say, customer doesn't want to see any of the paint colors. Like, well, why did the customer buy a white car?
Why does customer want to wrap it?
Yeah, why do they want a blue car?
I'm not going to wrap it inside your trunk and
Yeah.
engine bay.
Not
It's
engine
not
bay.
worth. It's not worth it to me.
Yeah.
I can charge you enough
Yeah.
money to where it's worth the time, but I'm going to fix it more times than I'm going to be worth for me to do it.
Now, have
And
people
it's okay
asked-
to do jams, but do jams with a seam and do it overlay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know where you're going with that.
Yeah, have
Do
people
jams.
asked you
That's
to do
fine.
jam, the whole jam?
Do it. Do the whole jam. But
Do the jam first,
Do not one piece
and
it,
then roll it
because
into
it's
it
going
with
to
a knife
come
or
back.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I got you. Yeah.
It is going to get fixed in that jam because it's
Yeah.
just inevitable. And when it does, it's going to be the deepest spot that you have to deal with. And if it's a 4-door car, a lot of these guys take the doors off because you know where they're mounted. If you're trying to get that jam, you can't work around that door being there. You can work around the hinge, but not the door.
Yeah.
So they're taking all 4 doors off. If you've got to have to fix that on your own dime because of an install error, whew,
Yeah. That's
doors are
rough.
coming right back off, and everything that
and
you
you set
just did.
expectations. So all about setting expectations.
Just in general, just look how much stuff is already off. Like, you got door panels over here.
Oh, this thing's not even getting
You got
or anything.
all this stuff laying on the table over here.
Window glass.
The window glass, stuff over here. Like, if someone was going to actually just spray it and paint it, most shops are just going to hit the door handles right over top of them. And they're not going to take them off. They're going to be, it is what it is.
Some people won't even
Get what you
And that's
get.
at the price that we're wrapping at, probably.
And you get
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
whole line
Just because the paint prep is
We've
so
had
much
those
more
Mako jobs come here. We had
in
a
depth,
lady
I
come
guess.
by one time.
Lack of better term, I'm not a painter, so.
Yeah, me either. Yeah.
So whatever that is.
She's like, well, Mako can do it for like, we quoted her like $2,500 for the white wrap plus
Yeah.
logos because you wanted it white or had to be white for the branding. She goes, well, Mako can do it for $700. Okay, fine. I
Cool.
see you want to save money.
Yeah.
She comes back 3 weeks later after she got it painted because she called me and said I ended up getting
A faded paint's not as bad as like paint peeling, right? So
Right, 100%.
if a
No.
clear coat, Mark, to answer your question, if a clear, Mark Bauer said,
Okay.
if it's faded, can you paint it? Yeah, if it's faded,
If
yes.
it's faded, but
But if it's clears
but
peeling and
also,
stuff,
in that same, I have noticed when faded paint comes into play, you do have weakened clear coat, and that's going to go from experience. And it may not look weak, and it may not seem weak, but when I do put my film down, if I have to reposition my film, if it pulls clear coat underneath,
you'll see it.
well, not even that. It could become fatal because it could pull more clear coat now. Because let's say,
Right,
let's say I'm pulling around this corner and I got to pick it back up real quick and make it tight. And now when I pick it back up, it grabbed a piece of an unmistakable
Yeah.
weak clear coat and took a piece. Now that clear coat is stuck under the film, and it could also weaken the clear coat around that one spot if it wasn't already.
Right.
So now it could become unappealing. Not even right now, but maybe later. Let's say it lifted and then we didn't realize it, and we could put it in the sun for 24, 48 hours, 24, 48 weeks even, and it may not pop. But something is
Eventually.
going to pop.
Yeah.
Because there's no adhesion between the paint and the clear coat. Does that
Yeah.
make sense?
Yeah.
So now your film is stuck on top of the clear coat, which is not adhered to the paint.
Yeah.
So now you have clear coat under your wrap, and now the wrap's not stuck. So now you have a bubble, which isn't a wrap-related thing, but it is a real problem in this
They come
industry.
hollering about the warranty.
And it's not a warranty-related thing
Yeah.
at all. At
Yeah.
all. Trust me, I've had too many try to bark up that tree. Nah, that was bad paint. We talked about it. You signed the contract.
Yeah. But I at least want everybody to see what the facility, I mean, The facility is nice. Floor scrubber in the corner, insulation, HVAC, all the lighting. It's pretty big. Everything's got a place. That's my table. That's not normally there. It's their table. Get box trucks, buses, whatever you want up in here. So it's not like they're just doing it on some gravel floor.
So we could.
Which people,
if we had to, we would.
people already knew that because they see what's being done in general. I mean, they know it doesn't.
Off-site. Don't leave a misconception, but the off-site wrapping that we do is larger or more inconvenient to bring into here. So we're talking larger trailers, stacker trailers, transfer trailers, 53 foots, 48 foots.
You can fit a semi-truck up in here.
Yeah, we have. We did Peterbilt 379.
Tell the story of why we have the door.
We put that door in because we wrapped it Peterbilt 379 and it didn't fit in that size door. So we cut a big hole and added panels.
Still had to
That's
drop
why
the
we have a
stacks.
12-foot door.
Oh, yeah, I see.
Mechanic drove the truck here, had to drop the stacks outside because they were 13 feet tall. He goes, how tall should you go? We go 12. He goes, we're looking at 13 with the stacks. We're like, what are we going to do about that? He goes, I'll take them off, put them inside the building. Drove that thing straight in, aired it down a little bit on the back, and came right in.
God dang.
It was amazing.
I bet it looks good sitting in here too, don't it? With all the light on it.
It's real
There's nothing more American than a goddamn semi-truck sitting in your shop to be wrapped.
I don't
Yeah.
Pete 379.
You know what would be though? A skid steer, Matt McGee.
Yeah, Matt McGee. What's up with that skid?
Bring that skid steer in.
All gold.
You can back the whole trailer in here. Come on,
So,
dude.
Matt McGee, if he likes heavy equipment, I'll show him this Peterbilt. He'll like it.
Should they take a shot? Yes or no? Can you vote?
I would vote. Can you make a vote? It's gonna be yes.
You can on the computer. You can't on the phone.
90% yes. 10% Joe Biden voters.
John Michael liked the.
You can't talk politics here.
John Michael liked the Big
We
Bowser
can.
shirt.
Oh yeah, Big Bowser.
Big Bowser. Looks like he's with Vendetta. Anthony Sellers with them.
Big Bowser. Is there anything on the back of it?
Yeah.
Show them the back of it.
Yeah, there is. Boy.
Our favorite car at Lights Out No Mercy all the time, and local to South Carolina. I think they're in. It's either Augusta. Maybe they're in Augusta.
That's where John Michael is.
And he's with.
Yeah, maybe they're in Augusta.
And that John Michael looks like he's with Anthony Sellers. And great team, great people.
There's a big scene down there, though. Big drag scene.
How much does a wrap weigh for a car? So
Oh, you're asking the wrong person.
is it
How much does a wrap weigh?
is it more than paint? Look, everything on a race car needs to be weighed.
Ooh, I don't even know. So what we need to do is we need to wrap a car and unwrap it and ball up all the vinyl and put that on a scale. And see what
You've already got your plot. You wouldn't even have to. You could just take the plot that you think you're going to use and just weigh the vinyl.
Material of the vinyl. Yeah.
Because how much is a gallon of paint? Like 10 pounds, 8 pounds. It's heavy.
Now, how much does that cover, though? What does
So,
a gallon cover square footage?
If you did a gallon, I would figure
What
it.
would that be equivalent? I guess we need to figure out the math of what a
He
gallon of
said-
paint is equivalent to a roll of vinyl. Figure out where,
10 pounds versus.
because we would have to also we got the vinyl, the cardboard core. We're gonna have to figure out the weight.
Take
of it.
out of.
Or we just, when I unwrap my truck, like I said, we just ball it up. And
Yeah.
see
Well,
what-
that's a selling point for a race car. You know, you're talking. Not for most people. For my race car,
But, yeah.
like every ounce counts.
Everything-
What Charles says.
Everything takes a factor, yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
what it is, we need to unwrap a car that's similar size and just be like, this is, let's say the car is 200 square feet. We unwrap one that's about 200 square feet and
I'd be interested to see
do it that way. Throw it on the scale.
see what it
You
weighs.
don't have like a guesstimate of
I
what it
don't,
would
I don't
weigh?
even know what it weighs.
I don't think most
I know,
people
like,
do.
thickness and things like that, like mill thickness, because that's more important to what we do. We don't really have a lot of people asking about.
So it's got to be less. I would think, and
it's going to be equivalent or less.
I'm definitely good at offending people, so people probably get mad at me saying that. But if you had a gallon of paint, you would
Every
also
gallon of paint, you have a gallon of primer. You have a
and
gallon of
clear and clear.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
We don't have that.
So there's definitely more. I would say.
And in my car, you'd have a gallon of
The
Bondo.
only thing you would think of in consideration to that is if you have a printed wrap, you're going to have a laminate, and then you're going to have ink. How much is that?
Oh,
laminate
yeah.
Versus the ink going to weigh? Probably the ink's not going to weigh as much as a layer of primer / paint, The laminate's probably going to be a second.
Yeah, Ford said you just weigh the car before and after the wrap.
Yeah.
You just put the car on a set of ProForm scales.
So the actual weight becomes essentially an adult.
It is.
Take our next wrap. to the cat
New
scales.
marketing
We're on
technique.
14.
Yeah.
All right, Greg, next wrap, we're going to cat scales. We're going to weigh it.
Let's see what a wrap
We're
was.
gonna see what they weigh.
I got my seal.
I was about to drink it. You can't give me the last one?
What y'all drinking tonight? IPAs?
Very
Hold on, we'll break the seal.
IPAs?
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's IPAs, yes.
Oh, so I did want to mention something too. Okay, to go on this, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Grant said he got Millers. He got Coors. It's all the same.
that's water.
Slightly.
So there's another thing that a lot of people have not really thought about in this wrap installation, I guess, time where everything's all let's wrap. No one's thought about taking the wraps off. So I have thought about that, and if y'all need wraps taken off, I've already set up. So
We're in the wrap removal business.
yes, it's a side service that Moody Blue offers, and it's a little more exclusive. I'd rather keep it to where it's wraps we've installed, but that's, on these types of wraps. I've got 25 trailers going down right now off of Highway 101 being unwrapped that we're doing.
God dang.
They're 53-foot trailers.
Semi-trailers.
Yeah, refrigerated units.
Yeah.
And they're all Great Dane trailers are all being undone and being resold. So there is, if you buy a truck that's got graphics on it, let us know, because there is an opportunity for us to take them off if you need help. It's not for everybody, but it is.
Oh, yeah, like you're saying if someone's buying like a used box truck or a used semi-truck, it's probably better to take them off than just to wrap over them.
Depending.
Depends on the case.
Yeah, depending. But yeah, we've had success with getting graphics off and using different types of tools that are included with that. And it's one thing that's being missed in this industry right now is that shit has to come off. It's not a permanent application, so it does have to come off.
Well, you already do it because you have multiple customers that
Right.
come in and they'll wrap their car one color, and then 2 years later, just like this person, they'll come back and they want it wrapped a different color. Puppy dog in the shop.
Avery. That's Avery. Avery G. Avery. No, absolutely. I mean, you have to think about that. It's like, everybody wants to think about it going on. Nobody wants to ever think about it coming on. And
Right.
they
Or,
do.
most people are sitting there Indian style in their garage,
Oh, yeah.
just like tearing at it.
Dude, and it's
Hey,
not fun.
that's where we started too. We had that was our first bumper stand, and now we have progressed to this.
I was talking about taking off that one. But yeah.
Yeah, we're talking about taking them off.
Oh, like taking everything off?
Yeah, like someone takes all the wrap off.
Oh, like pulling the wrap off.
Yeah, everybody's so in tune with getting it on, but nobody's thought about the removal process.
You ever taken off a pinstripe from like 1980?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We take off pinstripes and things. that
Sometimes
pull
it
paint.
takes paint.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, you gotta explain that with the customers. Like, oh, you just want this removed? Guess what? We're about to replace it with something.
Well, a lot of boats already have decals like half on them. Like you wouldn't realize it, but some of them.
Coated over a lot of times too. People don't.
What do you cut them with a razor blade?
Uh,
You just wrap over top of them?
Depends on what
Most
budget
times
you
you
have
have
for
the
the
top of them, and they're clear coated. If you're lucky, it's a cheap, weak clear coat. You can use an eraser wheel, and it'll do it. You can
But
smooth it
come-
out a
come through
little
the clear.
bit. Most of the time, something like that, if it's been painted or clear coated over, yeah, you just wrap it.
We battle more with removals than we do with installs. Because a lot of the times, we have not been the ones to install it, we're just doing removal. We don't take a lot of those on. We price them to the point where we don't have to, unless it's just not worth the customer's time.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on
You
the
gotta
think of the vehicle though too. Those
Someone comes up
elbow
here and
shapes.
they want to unwrap a car that we didn't wrap. We're gonna tell them it's gonna be about $1,000 for the first day.
Depends on the
If
vehicle.
it takes more than 8 hours, you're gonna pay more than that, and that's expensive.
Yeah, but I mean,
But if we didn't do the job, we don't know what's under there.
Yeah.
Hell, the last 2 or 3 that we unwrapped that we didn't wrap were the worst paint jobs, and there's reasons there were wrap on them. That's why we don't take them off. Because
Yeah.
when we wrap stuff, we could say, "Oh, your car's gonna be shit underneath." We know what we're battling with when it comes off, or your car's brand new.
oh, we're talking about clear coats and stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh, dude, that, and the single stage, like Chevy vans, you know, that's just Chevy vans are our favorite. Yep. You get single stage.
Oh, I'll take the paint off of that.
Brand new 2021. I guarantee you, we ripped the wraps off of these ones we just did. It's taking paint off that.
Just came in from the dealership, brand new, nothing ever touched it. We just cleaned it. Let's say we just laid this hood, and then the customer says, "No, I want to change the graphic on that hood." Okay, cool. Let's change the graphic because you wanted a newer logo or something, whatever. Blah 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 blah. So we come over here, grab it, pull it off, patch.
Big old spot of paint. Yeah.
It's like, well, fuck. That's about all you can say.
Yeah, what do you do? I mean, if you can't wrap back over it either.
No, you can. You
You'll
tell
see
them,
the.
like, don't change it the fuck again.
Yeah, you'll see the.
But at that point, then you have to have that conversation with the customer. It's like, well, your new van just pulled a bunch of paint, and it was a new van. Yeah, it's a new van, and that's that. So what you do is you feather the edges, and you tell them that, hey, this is what we can do, or you can take it to a body shop and pay extra money and have it fixed,
Cut down and painted.
or we can cover up what's there because you changed the design.
Yeah.
But when it comes down to wrap removals, yeah, Chevy trucks would, seem to be the worst.
Puppy dog in the shop.
Compared to the customer up front. It's like, hey guys, you're probably going to pull up the entire paint job with this wrap. Just so you know. And we're gonna wrap right back over it, and that's that. But we want you to know that when we pull this, that truck's gonna be silver.
Something's coming up with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty much. Remember those old Hot Wheels cars that were never painted?
Oh yeah, sticker.
Yeah.
Yep.
But they just had like that silver, like
Yeah.
The stickers, yeah, but they were like
finish.
like wet slide stickers. I don't know.
That's your GM. That's your GM truck right there. Your express van, your express box truck, your
Single
your,
stage
your
white.
cutaway, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why they're all regulated to like
Yeah.
low mile an hour. You go over 80 and the paint just blows off the quarter.
Hey, my old Caprice, man, the paint started coming off the bumper. Just
Was it single stage?
yeah.
The black
I
one?
mean, no,
Well,
the white one.
it was a cop car though.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Single
why.
stage
No,
white,
that's
man.
commercial.
That front
Yeah,
bumper,
yeah.
man, like I took
No,
it.
that's commercial grade. You see
You
it.
know, what about when they do the silver ones like that? Is that's not a single.
No, I think Tracy's is a
real paint job then probably.
they call it
Man,
what do they
goes
call it?
Now, some cop cars
Civilian.
are built
Yeah.
off of real.
No, it's still a cop car.
Yeah, but it was never in service.
Some cop cars are built off of real cars. Some.
Yeah.
Some.
But the Caprices
Used as
were
like a civilian model.
Were.
used for
Or something.
police.
Inspector.
use.
Yeah.
Or detective.
Yeah, the detective car.
Detective.
Detective car. He rolls up in an unmarked Crown Vic, all
Yeah.
black paint. It's like, man, that thing's like shiny black paint.
Ha, I've
That's
clear
the black
coat.
paint that they got.
Yeah. But yeah, like I had it
Highly grade.
washed. Let dude wash it, and he hit it with a pressure washer, and the front bumper, the paint started coming off. I'm like, okay.
At that point, just let him finish.
Tracy's drunk. Look how it just spelled service. He's
Service.
Swivis.
PPV that was never in service. Yeah.
Look how he spelled it though.
Servos.
He didn't get nothing done tonight.
Servos.
So, what we've been doing is we've been getting everybody to sign this table that we hang out around. So we got Derek, we got Sean at SD, Cam,
Yeah.
Greg at Napalm,
And we need a mullet, brother.
Ben Howard,
Yeah.
Derek's wife, Grant, Turtle Brandon, Larry Key still got to come get on this.
He's not watching. I haven't seen him watch yet.
Eddie. So
His mama. He better.
the
World, isn't that?
It is.
the paint pen shows up,
Sticker we
or
want, dog.
the paint pen lasts better than the Sharpie.
You can put a Moody Blue there and put a Mullet Brother over here on this corner. Boom.
Yeah, that's a lie, Tracy. We all know.
Boom. Set that right there. Yeah, that's the signature if I ever seen one. Got the Moody, got the Mullet Brothers.
Dude, these mullet brothers.
Dude, is that not the greatest
You
thing
really
ever?
need shirts and hats.
Oh, we need banners. Thank you, Atlantic Wraps, for that one.
Like
Go big.
that needs to be on a hat, just straight up like this.
Super Mullet Brothers.
That needs to be that.
Give her the old signature. There's a paint pen over there.
Yeah.
The gold one. You can use the Sharpie. You just risk.
You're the artist here.
Yeah,
Come
the
on,
paint pen definitely sticks.
You
If I wanted
just
a graphic designer, I'd draw the logo. Yeah, well, you are a graphic
you just risk
designer.
it.
The logo. I'm gonna do at Moody Blue Designs.
Oh, the 864 Outlaws coming up on the 17th.
July 17th, and apparently a bunch of Shady Side guys gonna come show out.
Boom.
Yeah.
This will be Grant's dining room table here soon
Oh. Yeah, because I don't have one yet.
for Thanksgiving.
Told you Jeff you can build you a big one if you need one.
Boy, what's expensive?
Yeah, right now. It was funny when we actually when we started
When we built it, it wasn't.
when we were at our old shop.
It's expensive right
We're at
now.
Wade Hampton. We knew we were going to be there for a while. So our buddy Jeff was wanting some work done on his car, and he was doing woodwork. And he's like, "Well, let's trade some work out. What do y'all need? We won't." We're like,
Same Jeff that commented earlier, if he's still watching,
Yeah, yeah,
about
bumper wraps.
about getting walked in on Chrome.
yeah.
He walks in at the worst times.
Yeah.
But anyways,
He
You
built
can put
these
Chrome on.
and the table for us.
no, he can't. But he walks in on equipment.
And he was like, "What's the only requirement? You can hold so much
Pull as
fun." I
hard
was
as
like,
you've ever
"The biggest
pulled.
requirement is on
Great.
wheels.
Good
We're
luck.
not going to stay here forever."
Pull hard.
That was in our old
Is
shop.
that good enough?
I was over on Wade Hampton, right?
So, yeah, James' old shop too.
Oh yeah, yeah. I forgot he was there.
That place was terrible.
Yeah.
No AC. It was dirty.
Don't let
It leaked. It had gas heater in one side, but it didn't heat the whole shop. So it was just like it was not ideal at all.
It was an old automotive shop.
Yeah. Oh, it had been everything. Yeah.
Oh, it's been regular tire, been oil change, been
Spiderweb Sanctuary.
I would wear construction
James
type
and I
clothing
did
to
the
go to
windows
work.
out of there
To
for
wrap
a minute.
cars, which is a very clean process.
It was one
Yeah.
of those
Tells you how.
to trim under rocker panels, and you get up and you go home and change clothes because
You were laying on the ground. That's how
every,
bad it was.
yeah, you're just black. It's an oil change.
This will be killer in here when it's
We
epoxy.
were working at construction sites.
It was a terrible environment for what
Boots,
we did.
long
Yeah.
pants, jackets, like dirty pants, like Carhartt stuff, like looking like we were working on a freaking construction site.
So you're doing wraps.
Yeah. And so Jeff built all this stuff for us, and it was like, "What's your requirement?" We're like, "You need to hold so much vinyl, this and this and this, and everything on wheels, because we're not
And
skating."
this actually just part of the.
And so even the table
there was
goes
more to
to-
the location in there. There was a whole stock room and machinery and computers and all.
Oh yeah, yeah, and the other building.
And this shop actually it turns a lot too. That's why everything like the tables on wheels. This table in like 2 weeks may be over here because we might not need the big door, but we need a long bay, and then we need a big door for a short something.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
table might come over there. Like everything's made to be moved around and fit what we have going. So if there's a week where we have 6 cars, we've figured out we've got 5 cars and a boat in here one time, and a motorcycle.
Yeah.
That's tight. We know where we can work around though, and how we can make it efficient.
For 1,600 square foot, right?
Yeah. Solid.
Yeah, yeah.
And
You
make
fit
as
as
money
much-
and get
as
it
much
out.
as we
So
can
then
in
by
that
the weekend,
space.
it's empty, and then like,
Yeah.
oh man, it feels so good.
Time to go to the lake.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Oh, weird.
All right. Well, that's it. So y'all got vehicle wraps, custom decals, signs, banners, anything like that. You've seen the shop.
Go to our website.
Yeah, you've heard the
If
story.
you got any inquiries, there's a email address on there. Send us an email with pictures, ideas of what you have. We'll be happy to respond back with a quote.
Yeah, you've seen Chris's trailer. So I mean, basically anything.
Yeah.
Anything. There's it one more time.
The one that's Ricky Gatsby's
Moody Blue
daddy.
Designs.com. All right.
Speaking of
I appreciate it. Next time we're going to be in North Carolina. So stay tuned for who's next. All right. See y'all.